That will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time. They rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm, and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us, viewers. It's been a rainy day today in Trinidad and Tobago. Some parts of the country has been flooded out, but nevertheless, we thank God. No major storms, just an overcast hit Trinidad and Tobago. So, viewers, you are viewing the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. So, I am giving you the opportunity to call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Network. Now, we are here from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Remember that, viewers, we are presently the #1 current affairs program. And let me tell you something, God has been blessing me so tremendously. I just hope that God has been blessing you the way that He's blessing me. Seriously. We got to give God thanks in everything. It doesn't matter how small or how large. So, viewers, condolences to the family of the fire that took place in Guyana. It's a serious tragedy. It is really devastating. The president, Mr. Ali, has given Guyana 3 days to mourn the loss of the students in the school. So our heart goes out to the family and the people of Guyana. Remember, viewers, Real Talk Credit Union is giving you the opportunity to open a savings account, a US account for your friends and family. It's Real Talk Credit Union information. Remember that, viewers. You can call our office. Our numbers will be on screen shortly. Call the office, set up an appointment. We are open from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Viewers, remember that. Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our numbers are on screen. Call, set up an appointment, and open a savings account, a US account, TT and US account for you and your kid. Now remember, viewers, Real Talk is giving you 4% on fixed deposit. You can't go wrong. The highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago presently, viewers. So don't miss out that. It's an opportunity you are getting from Real Talk. Grab it. Now, as I always say this, when opportunity comes your way and it is profitable to you, grab it. Grab it. I always grab opportunity that comes my way. I always do that. So you are getting the opportunity to make more money on your fixed deposit at the end of each year. Don't let it pass by. So, viewers, as we start off our program tonight, families who have been displaced by an oil spill in Faizabad are seeking legal advice, even though they say they are comfortable with the response by the state-owned Heritage Petroleum Company Limited. One of the victims of the oil spill, we will just leave it as Mrs. Ali, stated that legal advice is being sought to safeguard their own interests and not necessarily to take action against the company. Now, I congratulate them for this. I congratulate them, this individual, for taking this step. An incident happened, yes, we understand the company visit you, yes, but at the end of the day, you need to take advice from legal attorneys. So in case anything should happen, in case the company should come at you, you will be able to know exactly how to stand your ground. And for this, I commend Ms. Ali. Now, she said a law firm has been in contact with numerous families, some of whom were evicted after a 16-inch trunk oil line ruptured on May 13th. Some families were given clearance to return home after affected by the vapor and air quality, rather than actual oil spilling into their properties. Ali added that she was satisfied that Heritage was trying their best to rectify the situation. She said after visiting the site to monitor the repairs and cleanup, she can vouch that the air quality is also much better. So we want to thank Heritage Petroleum. We also want to thank the law firm for keeping in touch with the individuals and them. Now, viewers, having said that, You see how the law firm reach out and get in touch with the people? They want to know if everything is okay. They want to know if there's assistance needed, if whatever the matter is, if they want to go forward, if they want to cause a case. Now, in Trinidad, there are many other situations that law firm could reach out to people. Reach out to people and assist them. You know what you call that? You call that giving back to society. That is what you call that. Yes, we understand you had to work, you had to sacrifice the night oil, you had to burn the candle at night to study law, to pass your exam. We understand that. But at the end of the day, give back to society, because not everybody that is in the courthouse or going to the courthouse or is before a magistrate for some charges, not everybody could afford an attorney. So I commend this law firm for reaching out to the victims and them of the oil spill and lending whatever necessary and or legal advice to them. Well done to that law firm. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Imitation vaccine migrant. I, as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to offer my condolences to the Guyana people for the sad news of 19 schoolgirls were killed in a dormitory. Those were the future of the Guyanese citizens.
Correct,
now,
correct.
I have heard that their president was on site as soon and as quickly, and he stayed until the whole issue was basically looked after.
Yeah, as soon as he heard about it, he went down.
Right.
Yes.
You remember what happened when those 4 people died? What our Prime Minister did nothing. But more importantly, I want to talk about how we treated with the people in the foster homes. We had the Sabga report. We had the Jones report. We know what sort of issues we have there. And nothing, basically, from my vantage, is happening. You understand? Remember there was a fire in one of those foster homes recently, about 2 or 3 months ago. If our neighbor house on fire, we have to look at, and we basically showing no response towards resolving that issue with the foster homes. Apparently the government is callous and they don't care. Two students, 2 boys was killed under child authority at one of the home. Have we heard if they brought the perpetrator to justice? No. So I am comparing the response of Ghanaian government to disasters as compared with our government, where there is no action whatsoever. Go on and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan has stated that the government has been embarked on its most aggressive flood mitigation program ever. He stated that his ministry will do their part. However, in countries with the largest budget and the most sophisticated flood mitigation system, such as the United States and Canada, flooding is a norm, much less for T&T, which has its own unique set of challenges. We understand that. Sinanan said, it is difficult to anticipate what will happen in terms of rainfall and flooding. So the Works Ministry has focused on providing quick water runoff in areas prone to flooding. He said, channels could only hold a certain amount of water, as we are living on an island where 2 tides that affects us every day. Sinanan added that to assist with flooding, the underground drainage system have been increased to 1.5 meters from 2 feet. To improve drainage in those areas. Listen to this.
The culverts here were just over 2 feet, the underground culverts. Those have been increased to 1.5 meters. So you actually double the capacity in the underground drains, and that will enhance, you know, the additional work to take place in terms of the drainage in the area.
Now, viewers, he said the ministry encountered problems with members of the public who attempt to do their own flood mitigation works, and persons who build structure on riverbanks were refusing to allow workers from the drainage division to access to build back the banks. So those that are on the riverbanks, now we would understand that you have no place to go and you decide to build a home on the riverbank. Now the thing is, when flood comes and damage your house, where are we going? Not by the government. Not by the government. So that is a very ticklish situation, I must say, because at the end of the day, if the riverbank needs widening, where would these individuals go? That's another thing. Where would they go and build up houses for families? 99% of them don't have money to buy land. They don't. So that is something, viewers, that the ministry needs to look at in order to move these people to widen the riverbank. Let me tell you something. When you tell yourself you're going to fix one problem, it's because you're encountering another problem right there. One problem is that they are on the riverbank that if flood comes, could damage your house or could sweep it away. Flood water is very powerful. That is one. Secondly, these people have no place to go, and the only place they can build a house is on a riverbank. So what are we going to do there now? How is the people in authority going to fix this problem? That is two problems in one space. The riverbank and houses on the riverbank. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
People are really not supposed to build close to riverbanks because it's known it will flood. But my topic is, I had called you already. I am from School Trace New Grant, and I don't know what is the problem with water. Why are they not giving us water? People have to be toting water from close by districts. And the thing about it is, when you don't get water, there are some school children. You have to wash their clothes, you have to cook. We didn't cook for at least 3 days, and we still get water.
Wow.
Because you have to save the water to do a little bath and wash the clothes.
So nobody from WASA contacted you guys?
No, the last time I made a complaint to them, what they told me is, the guy said, they didn't give a reason, but what they said is low
pressure.
Low pressure. But the point is, what I'm trying to make, Sanko Road right around. Everybody have water. But the people in School Trace has no water. This is going in 3 weeks. I don't know who we could talk to, because when you call the WASA line, you get the...
What about if you go into King Street in Princestown, to the WASA office there and lodge a complaint? Because I know a New Grant. There was an office in New Grant.
I don't know.
Go into King Street in Princestown and file a complaint, because, I mean, 90% of the time you call in the hotline, you may not get through.
Exactly.
So go into the office, hear what they have to say, and let me know.
Okay, what about if I go San Fernando? You think there will be...
No, go to the Princestown office first, before you go south.
Okay then.
Thank you, my dear. So with somebody in Princestown, King Street, WASA, could you all see about that, please? I mean, people need water. They're paying a bill at the end of the day. What the Prime Minister say he paying your bill? You are paying your own bill. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear from Munilal, Commissioner of Police, unsure about TT Post gang issue. This is a bacchanal story after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, 4% viewers on fixed deposit at Real Talk. 4% on $100,000, it's $4,000 per year. Nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago are you going to get $4,000 interest on $100,000 in 12 months. Nowhere. You might get $1,000. You might get $1,500, but not $4,000. So remember that, viewers. Commissioner of Police Earla Haywood Christopher have stated that she is in the process of verifying whether a memo from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to TT Post is valid. This after an internal memo dated May 16th was issued to TT Post employees urging them to avoid wearing clothing, jewel, shoes, or umbrella featuring the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, as these are used by criminal gangs in Trinidad and Tobago. Orpuch MP Dr. Rudal Munilal called on the Commissioner to state if she was aware of the memo and if this was the advice from TTPS. However, the COP stated that she is currently verifying the authenticity of the letter and was unsure and unaware of any such memo. Listen to this.
Was this the advice of the TTPS? Are you aware of it? Because it seems to me that it is sensitive to a certain extent.
Remember that that letter was brought to my attention just prior to coming into the meeting. I am actually in the process of verifying the authenticity of that document.
So as of this moment, we are not sure whether it is an authentic piece of correspondence from Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation.
I am not sure.
Okay, sure.
And neither me or any of my deputies or senior superintendents are aware of any such instructions.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we have to be aware of what is coming from TTPS now. Fraudulent document, racketeering, we have to be very, very careful. So what I expect TTPOS to do is to take the letter and carry it to the commissioner's office to verify whose signature is on the letter. That is what they should do. Munilal also, he was also happy that the cop shared the same concern as him, given that this was a graphic memo in the way it was presented. So viewers, we are seeing all sorts of documents circulating on social media. All sorts of documents are being sent out to offices throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Some might even have TTPS stamps. We just have to be aware of fraudulent documents circulating. That is what we need to be aware of. Times are getting so critical that people are trying all sorts of racketeer, I should say, to get through things. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed. Why is this government beating around the bush with crime, sir? We recently had crime symposium that cost how $15 or $30 million.
Yes.
Now they're having Caribbean commissioners. So it is Trinidad and Tobago which has the 6th highest crime in the world.
Correct.
The other Caribbean country does not have that. So why is it they are hiding behind this kind of foolishness? You're keeping commissioner this and you're keeping crime symposium. How much million does it cost? An extra $15-20 million to hold this commissioner thing? What kind of rubbish? You know, so we are about 245 murders for the year already. But where is the Prime Minister? Is our Prime Minister in existence? Has he resigned? Is he still alive? You're not hearing that so much people are getting killed, sir.
Correct.
And this Privy Council ruling, is it they are going again? You know, this man is so arrogant. Why doesn't he obey the rule of law and call elections, sir? When the criminals are seeing that the government is not obeying the law, you want to call on them to obey the law, sir? As I said, if the high priest can do it, who is them? So this is what I am saying, sir. It is the government that needs to be changed. All this rubbish what they're talking about to form community watch group and this and that. We have a government that have the biggest share in the budget, the national budget. How much $1 billion them got for national? Where is that money going, sir? You see the Digo Martin, they're building some roundabout or whatever overpass. What about the other roads? What about everything? Look at these people in the bamboo who was flooded. Has they done any remedial work to prevent that again, sir? Why can't you utilize the money where it is needed? This is not PNM money, sir. This is not Rowley money. This is the people of Trinidad. Why must people have to suffer? Why, if the government, why cannot they confess and say, hey, what? We cannot run this country. Let me just call an election. If they are re-elected, so be it. What is it they are afraid of? So what is it they are afraid? They must obey the rule of law. Then you will see crime would go down. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, I have a question for you. Those of you who are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali, I have a question for you. The government of Trinidad and Tobago willfully went to the Privy Council or to the courts to take away your rights to vote for the local government election. That is one. And presently, is the councillors of Trinidad and Tobago presently in their position, are they acting illegally at the moment, or are they acting legal at the moment? So could somebody call in and tell us about this? Since the Privy Council made its decision that the government was wrong to extend the time frame of those councillors that were presently serving. And it was against our rights. So did the government try to suppress you from voting? Did they try to take away your rights? I want to let you understand something, you know. They wanted to extend by 1 year the individual who are currently holding councillor position. Whether it's friends or family or colleagues. In that position, they wanted these individuals to be extended for another year. Why? I'm asking the question, why? Tonight I'm asking you that. Why? Why did you want to take away the rights of the citizens to vote? And why did you want to extend the life of 1 year of those people that were in that position? Why? Could the Attorney General come out and say why? Could the Prime Minister come out and say why? They are not saying. Or is it that some of these seats are vacant? If these seats are vacant, how long these seats have been vacant for? Is there cash in the treasury to pay these people? Or you want them to work on consignment? I mean, we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out. So here it is. Mere days. Mere days. Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. We need to understand what is happening in our country. We need to understand this. Mere days after TT Post warned employees to refrain from wearing clothing or accessories with certain numbers used by gangs, police have given their continued commitment to eradicating the threat of gangs. On May 16, an internal memo was issued to Trinidad and Tobago postal employees, urging them to avoid wearing 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, or jewels, anything that represents these numbers, as these numbers would be used by criminal gangs. Now, President of the TT Postal Workers Union, Sheldon Trim, stated that there was at least one incident where a postal worker was threatened for carrying an umbrella which displayed the number 6. Now, this number 6, he said, was used as an indicator of a postal worker route. Now, the TTPS said it contacted TT Post management, who expressed concerns over the safety of staff. The police assured the public and TT Post that their renewed effort will be focused on tackling gangs. The police also vowed to continue discussion with all sectors to strengthen ties in the fight against gangs. Caller, good night.
Hello, Mr. Said. Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah, I have a lot of contributions to make. Penal, no water since the 22nd of February.
Penal?
Penal, Ram John Trace. You call the truck, 10 days now, nothing.
But what is the closest pumping station to you guys?
I have no idea. I think they did DB by the Fun Splash.
Okay.
And when I see the truck, and I ask them, they say they're supplying schools first.
Oh, so they supply the schools with water?
Yeah.
But no truck to supply
no
Ram John?
No. Or surrounding.
But is the council or the MP aware of it in the community?
I have no idea. We talked to a fella. He said he's going to look into it and he's going to send the schedule and whatever.
Okay.
And when you call him back, he don't answer.
Well, what you could do, you could get in touch with the councillor or the MP and let them know, well, there's a shortage of water in the community. And
This is 3 months. Today is 3 months. You know, Mr.
when you get the response from the councillor or the MP, contact us. Or even you could call back the program live and let us hear what they have to say about the situation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago, wake up! Wake up! So I am asking you, did the government of the day willfully try to suppress you from voting? Did they try to take away your rights? And why would they want to extend by 1 year these councillors who are presently there? Now, are they there legally or illegally? This is a big thing in Trinidad and Tobago, because I heard some councillors and rubbish trucks and things, I heard that they cannot get money. So are they working legal or illegal? And why did they want to extend by 1 year these workers' contract? Why? Why? For God and heaven's sake, why? Could Faris come out and say something why they wanted to extend it? Why they want these councillors to continue working? Is their position vacant and they don't want the public to know? Is there money to pay these councillors and contractors and them? I don't know. Could somebody enlighten Trinidad and Tobago about it? Because we're not getting anything from the Prime Minister, we're not getting anything from the Attorney General, the present one, and we are not getting anything from the former Attorney General concerning these matters. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right
Great
ahead.
program as usual, Mr. Said.
Thank you.
Mr. Said, when you have a dictator leading a country, what do you expect? They violate the Constitution. This
Yes.
bunch of dictator. They violate the Constitution. They violate the citizen constitutional rights.
To vote.
They create the impression with the regional corporation, deliberately do it, like what they did with Petrotrin. So they make the citizens believe that the regional corporation is responsible for having the roads as it is, and the regional corporation is responsible for you getting water and everything. So when you destroy the regional corporation and you create that impression into the minds of the citizen, what the citizen will think, oh God, boy, we'll condemn regional corporation. We don't want to hear about regional corporation. Yeah, and Rowley feel he's the best PR man in the PNM, you know, or in this country, you know. He could put a spin on everything and make you believe that, you know, a lie is a truth, you know. This is what they are doing. What I attended a reception Saturday gone with about 200 people in the reception. And you know what was the topic there? Crime dominated that reception. Crime dominated that reception. We talk about real talk. People talk about you. I tell you, people have a lot of hope in real talk, and you know, Mr. Said. They talk about Mr. Sat Maharaj who died, the only man you should stand up in this country for what is right and take them to court, you know. He never put water in the mouth, you know. He said, if the Indians are being attacked in this country, the Indians are being attacked. We must talk about it, because if we talk about it, the dictator we will reach a stage where we can't say nothing in this country. Our freedom of speech will be taken away from us. So we must speak about an issue. Anyway, at the reception, people talk about you, and they have hope and faith that you will take over what Sat left off, and you are doing a great job so far. We talk about you, promote real talk, and you just keep up the great work. Mr. Said, I want the opposition to take to the government, go to Parliament and table a law right now that repeal that vehicle inspection law until every road in this country is repaired. Because this is advantage, and this is stealing from the citizen.
Correct.
I want the opposition to do that, and then the opposition, you will be in a good footing with the citizen of this country, and they will vote for you. Mr. Said, great is you, great is real talk. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, my friend. Now, I am asking you, the citizen, I am asking you that, has your rights been violated? The ruling from the Privy Council to Trinidad and Tobago is that it was wrong. It was wrong for the government to act in a manner in which they did. They took away your rights to vote. How many of you are seeing that? They wanted to postpone. They wanted to prolong. So while prolonging, I am asking this question. Is the councils presently working legal or illegal? This is what I'm asking, because I am hearing councils will not get paid. Certain rubbish truck company would not get paid. Why is that? Why did the government of the day want to extend these councillors in position? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Because I heard that they wanted to use the property tax money to go to the corporation to manage the community. Let's say something now, man. Kola, good night.
Evening, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, my friend, you're live.
Saieed, let me tell you something. Sometimes you see in this country, whether be brutal, and whether be frank, and whether be real.
Correct.
To say what we need to say. Otherwise, we would always be like spinning top in mud.
Correct, correct.
You see all these people are calling and talking about they're getting water for 3 weeks, and the road is good, and crime is all this kind of what taking place in this country. And you know they want to sit down in the house and expect somebody else to come and do something for them. Somebody to come and wave a magic wand and say, hey, here what? I go come and fix your road. I go come and give you water. I go come and make you safe in your homes. And when you tell them, hey, here what? Let's come out and make a statement. Let me show our presence in a way that how to let the people who in authority know that here what? We are not accepting this. You know they wouldn't come out?
Correct, I understand what you're saying.
It's only when things come knocking on the door.
Yes.
Then they want to run, come and say, hey, you know, yesterday they come and break into my house and they rob me and they beat me up. But you know the day before when they robbed the neighbor, you know they sit down here and they didn't say nothing?
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
We only have a set of yellow belly, weak, set of, but I don't want to say what I say right now. But you know, coward, hypocrites in this country that only sitting down and waiting until things come happening to them, and then they want somebody else to come and fix it for them. Let me tell you something. 5 years ago, this government didn't supposed to be in power. 7 years ago, Rowley didn't supposed to be the prime minister of this country. Because if the people want betterment, and after 1 year or 2 years, they realize that Rowley is a failure and is the biggest waste of time that ever sit in that office of being a prime minister. This country is supposed to revolt against that. But all of them saying and say, give him a chance. Let me tell you, you see people like Inchan Ishmael, Ansel Roger, Abdullah, Shiraz Khan, and them fellas them who hug up Rowley and put him in place and say them would be the people, the watchdog of this country, that once he didn't do right, they would put him in place and make sure that he served this country the way they're supposed to be served. And they say what Kamla Prasad Bisasa wasn't good, the partnership government wasn't good enough to run this country. Them is the people them right now. The people calling your program and asking for water, asking to be safe, asking that they're supposed to be going by them people them, and say, hey, and all you say here what? This is the man that is the best person for this country. You understand? We have to be real, we have to be honest with ourselves in this country.
Yes, correct, yes.
Don't sit down and ask nobody now to call your program and say you get water. Let them all go dry. Because if all you want to do something and all you want water, all you know where to get it.
Correct. And that is always say if you had a protest, you know.
You don't need 10,000 people to demand what you need to get in your country, you know, what you want, you know. One person can make a difference.
Correct.
But let us sit down and wait and expect something to happen, some miracle to happen. Now you can have coward people we have living in this country. Have a good night, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend. The opposition have stated that the government could bring legislation to Parliament to clear up the problems over the legality of local government bodies. But it can't bring laws to seek again a postponement of the local government election. Opposition Senator Wade Marks said the government must immediately announce a date for election, even as it seeks to legislate to validate all action of local government bodies up until last Thursday. At the UNC Weekly Sunday media briefing, Mark stated that it is over a crisis and the only way out is to have local government election. He also warned the government not to try to bring any new laws to Parliament to extend the current already extended term. Listen to this.
This is a crisis, and there's only one way out. We have called for a trial leader, and we enter it today. And I want to share with you, and we support Dr. Munilal, this editorial in today's Express. The editorial in today's Express. Elections is the only way out of this mess. Only election can resolve the problems. And the other thing, Mr. Prime Minister, let me warn you one time, because you always like to meet people on the pavement. I want to warn you, don't come to the Parliament with no law to extend elections. Let me give you a warning. Do not come to the Parliament with any law to extend the election time. The elections must be called now.
Trinidad and Tobago, was your rights taken away willfully? Regional Armo came out and said that it was a victory for the government that the Privy Council dismissed what they were going after. So I want to ask Regional Armo, what victory was it for the government? What victory? Mark scoffed at the suggestion by Attorney General Regional Armo SC that the Privy Council ruling was a victory for the government, and he called on the AG to resign. I want you to understand something. The Attorney General represents the present government in Trinidad and Tobago and stands with the present government. So if there's a matter in the Privy Council that the government took to the Privy Council that they want to extend a year to the present local governing body, which means the councils that rule presently, they want to extend their service by 1 year. So automatically viewers, the government went to the Privy Council to take away your rights to vote for the local government election. They want to postpone election. Why? Why do you want to postpone election? Why didn't they postpone the general election? Why? The Attorney General Regional Armo said it was a victory to the government. How it became a victory to the government when all the motion was turned down? How come? How? Huh? Somebody make sense out of that for me. Meanwhile, Dr. Munilal also added that the government was now in a political quicksand due to its maneuvering in seeking to extend the life of local government bodies by a year, and they must call local government election now. Listen to Munilal.
The rule of law has been fractured. It has been fractured, and we are now in a political quicksand. The government is in a political quicksand as a result of the fraction of the rule of law. They have destroyed local government systems in Trinidad and Tobago because of their incompetence, their corruption, their lack of effectiveness, and, well, there are some words I can't continue to use there. I reiterate the point that the political leader has made, that you have made so eloquently, that the government has run out of options. Their back is against the wall. They have run out of options. They have to call the elections today because the 90 days have gone. It is a debate as well that they may have to validate the work of the councillors. But that can only be validated with reason until the judgment of the Privy Council.
Trinidad and Tobago, we have a caller. Good night. Good night, sir.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, concerning the local government elections, I want to ask that question, right? Who it is called the shot for them to make that decision to hold back local
that person ain't coming forward.
Who's that person? Is it a high official? Is it the same high official that interfered with the meritless? I don't know. I'm just asking a question here.
I understand what you're saying.
Something. Is it him or is it the local government minister? I'm asking a question right now.
The local government minister did not go to the Privy Council.
Right. Now, the reason why I'm asking this question, right, is because somebody had to make a decision for them to make the announcement, right?
Yes.
And from the ruling of the Privy Council side, it is illegal what they did. So would we call that misbehavior in public office? For them to make a decision like that. It is not lawful for the citizens to be held back a whole year from executing their duty of voting, their civic duty of voting. Tell me if I'm wrong on that side.
You are correct.
Is that misbehavior in public office? Because it's not right, it was not legal. Right?
They wanted to take away your rights.
Right. The point I'm trying to get at here, right? If it is misbehavior in public office, who is going to be held accountable for it? And who is going to be charged for that? Who the police going to charge? Who is Erla going to charge for holding back all these months of people voting for local government elections? Will she do her job and bring somebody forward, charge somebody who made that decision? I'm asking a question here tonight because apparently it have officials, ministers, prime minister, these people who are above the law in this country, and they cannot be touched by the police service in this country in a side. That's the question I'm asking tonight. I wonder if anybody is going to be held accountable for this. Because of the fact that the Privy Council ruled against it and they say it's unlawful for this to take place. Understand what I'm saying, right? The second thing I want to touch on side is the fact that I was looking at that program, right? Where a police officer is on TV and the man asking for contributions from the normal citizens to fix police vehicles. Now, I'm trying to figure out now where all the money that is being allocated to Ministry of National Security is going. If people could come on a program and ask for donations to fix a police vehicle, to patrol your area, where is the money going inside? Where is the money going? Where is the taxpayers? I can't say government money. That is not their money. Where is the taxpayers' money going? That is what we're trying to find out here because it's very shameful and disgraceful for a police officer to come on TV and ask for donations from citizens to fix a police vehicle to patrol their area in the side. You tell me if I'm making sense or not. Because to me, I find that very, very distasteful and disgraceful.
But Vemcot got the contract to repair police vehicle.
So how it is this officer could come on TV and say he asking for donation and help to fix certain police vehicles to go and patrol areas. I wanted to bring us a smaller example there, right? When a certain police going and pick up the woman and outside woman, they carry them groceries, carry them market, carry them price match. They don't see all that. They don't see that the police vehicles for that. It's not to go and patrol the area and hold bandits when they're trying to rob citizens. It's not for that. It's to do other things. Anyway, side, you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, listen to this now. Hey, hear this political gimmick. The Election and Boundaries Commission, EBC, has stated it will be ready to conduct local government election in Trinidad and Tobago whenever they are called. This was the Commission's response to Thursday's ruling of the Privy Council decision against the government extension of the term of incumbents, local government representative by a year without going to the electorate. The Commission's legislative framework and day-to-day operational activity allows for it to be in a consistent state with regardings to conducting elections. The EBC regulates its own affairs. So why did they go to the Privy Council? Why did the government go to the Privy Council? While some of its employees are appointed by Public Service Commission, PSC, the EBC is authorized to recruit other people on a short-term base. They will be ready as they see. So we are going for a short commercial break, viewers. We'll be right back with bank employee charge for the removal of $60,000 from a customer account. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago keeps getting better. We're going to hear about this story after this break.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan? Only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember 4% on fixed deposit only at Real Talk. So hear this. A 21-year-old Provincetown Bank employee charged with 2 counts of larceny was granted bail in the sum of $100,000. According to the TTPS, the charges were laid after an extensive investigation was conducted into unauthorized transaction on the account of 2 customers at a major commercial bank. Reports stated that on Tuesday, the 16th of May 2023, a customer reported to the bank that he observed several unauthorized online transactions on his savings account that he never activated or authorized anyone to make on his behalf. Checks were made, and 49 of those transactions, totaling $63,765, were allegedly discovered on the customer's account during the period June 12, 2022 and May 15, 2023. Further checks were made, and 6 similar online transactions totaling $2,090 were also allegedly discovered on other customers' accounts during the period January 8, 2023 and January 16, 2023. Police says the customer also denied having authorized anyone to make these transactions on his behalf. Enquiries were conducted, which led to, I wouldn't say the name, but being charged on 2 counts of larceny in a sum of $63,765 and $2,090, respectively, with respect to the unauthorized transaction. He is expected to appear at the Princeton Magistrate Court on June 7th, 2023. So, viewers, having said that, numerous people in Trinidad and Tobago are complaining that for some reason, when they take out large amount of money, someone on the outside knows exactly how much money they are taking out. Videos have been surfacing on social media where people are complaining. So what banks need to do to ensure citizens' account remains private, and tellers, they need to reevaluate their tellers. Believe me, they need to reevaluate tellers. That is what they need to do. Because nobody knows how much money you are taking out from your account when you go to the counter other than a teller. It's sad, you know. This is the state we reach now. You go into the bank to take out money, and when you take out your money, somebody come to rob you now. Hey, where the 20,000? Or where the 40,000? That's madness. How do you know I had 40,000? How do you know I take out 20,000? Believe me, let me tell you something. If a bandit come and tell me, Saeed, where the 20,000 you now take out from the bank? Hey, I going back by that exact teller, you know. I'm telling you, you know, I going back by that exact teller, you know, because nobody knew how much dollars I take out except for that teller. Nobody. And believe me, you gonna pay, you know. You gonna give me back the exact amount of money I take out, you know, whether you like it or not, you know. Because nobody knows I took out 10,000 beside you. Nobody knows I took out 50,000 except you. So I am coming back directly to you. And this is what managers and supervisors and teller supervisors need to check on. So we're out of time for tonight, viewers, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And we'll be right back here for another live show, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, on another night.